welcome back to Substandard Roleplaying. My name is Lawrence,
And I'm Tie-Dye William.
and this is the 13th Age with Casey.
I'm Casey from the Questing GM.
Yeah, and today we don't have Dave. Dave's sick.
And I am
Dave gone.
free. I control not the game.
Well, you're in charge of all the rude comments and all
I
the
have
dick
my sock
jokes.
puppet ready.
And the dick jokes.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
And
okay.
I should have brought my shock from work.
You mean your puppet shark,
My
yes?
puppet shark, yeah.
the one that just you put on your hand and talk to your kids with? Yeah, great.
Yeah, I'm gonna give him a potty mouth.
Interesting.
Kids will never believe it.
Well, and today, as I said, we're playing 13th Age, and KC will be DMing today, right?
Yep. And
Cool.
welcome to an unprepared game of 13 Age. We are playing the introductory adventure at the end of the core book because we have no idea how to play 13 Age, so we just need to have a crash course.
But we know how to play.
When I say, and when we say crash course, we literally mean crash and burn. Okay, so based on my understanding of how the game is supposed to work in 13 Age, before we start the session and before we start the adventure, we all get to roll a thing called your icon relationship dice. So it's basically a d6. I think it's the number of d6 equal to your icon relationship points that you spent on your characters.
Okay.
And then we want to see the result because that's going to determine a few extra things that may influence the adventure. And it also gives a story reasons for why your characters would be involved with the icon and how is the icon related to the adventure. So the magic numbers we are looking for are 5 and 6s. 5 would be an advantage with complications, while 6 would be just an outright advantage.
So
I rolled 4.
Nothing for you, basically.
Anything that's not a 5 or 6 doesn't give you anything. As far as I understand it. Anyone who has comments about rules, lawyering, please put them in the comments below.
This is called substandard gaming, not we know how to play the game.
Exactly. You're on brand.
And,
on brand.
You know, it makes sense given my character's backstory to not get an advantage with the High Druid.
No, you actually okay, let me just pull that up. I think you roll the number of d6s equal to points, not just one.
Number of d6.
Okay.
Well then
let me just confirm that. Yeah, that's a likely I think it's a pretty likelihood that you're supposed to get them pretty high.
I think that's what you said originally.
So I put 3 points into Emperor at this point, right? So I can just roll 3 dice. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because if you look at page 37 of the core rulebook, PDF, core rulebook 37, not the PDF 37. You roll a single d6 for each point of relationship.
Okay, so I have 3 points. So here we go.
Yep.
6.
6.
The Emperor has blessed us.
The Emperor has blessed us.
Okay, cool. So that's an outright advantage.
The 40k game. The 40k game starts now. The Emperor protects.
Interestingly and unfortunately, the Emperor is not one of the icons who's related to this adventure, but I'll just swipe that aside and give you the advantage anyway.
Okay.
Okay. So since you got a 6, you'll be supplied with an adventurer tier magic item. Well, yeah, we'll get into story reasons for that, but basically you're gonna get a magic item. So you're playing the fighter, right?
Yes, I am playing Dalen Turner. A fighter. X. I put for my background, like he began as a child beggar or thief, right? And then someone must have noticed him and turned him into a squire, and eventually he became a legionnaire captain, but then he lost his job somehow and turned to mercenary work as a background. So
okay. What's your weapon of choice for now?
Longsword.
Longsword.
And
That's
shield.
actually pretty perfect. Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna give you an adventure. Okay, so I'm just looking through the list of magic item descriptions on starting on page 292. I don't think any of these are restricted. Right. Okay. So you have a choice of different different, let's say, qualities for each of these weapons. You have abandon, bloodthirsty, cruel, dexterous parry, distraction, flurry, because these are all adventurer tiers. I'll let you pick any one of those, and that would be, so you'll be like, if you pick, like, say, protection. So you will have a protection longsword.
Okay.
And you get the benefits of whatever protection says, for example. So it's like when you make a basic attack with this weapon, gain +4 bonus to all defenses until the end of your next turn.
Interesting.
But I would like to just point out, you don't have to necessarily do them, but each magic item ability comes with a quirk. So for protection, it says has urges to watch over the helpless or innocent. This is supposed to affect the wielder of said weapon. It's like a role playing.
So like
idea.
I have to role play this. Like I want to help innocent people, and well, I mean,
like,
that
it's not necessarily mechanical that you have to do it. I'm just saying, like, if you just find a story reason why your character would do certain things.
No, I mean that actually fits. I mean, as a child beggar, I might have seen lots of other children, like starve to death, might have a need to make sure that this doesn't happen in the future, that kind of thing. Might have been the reason why I became a legionnaire, provided that the legionnaires are a honorable, I guess, force.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay.
Sure. So I'll take protection then.
You take protection? Okay. All right. You take protection. Okay. Okay. Then we can start the adventure. We'll just start with some basic exposition of what you guys are doing and where you guys are headed. So based on your icon, the icons that you're related to, we have, I believe, the Emperor with 3 points for Dalen.
Yeah.
And Hans has, or is it Urgats? I can't remember which was the order of names.
Yeah. We don't know the name.
Urgat Hans, right?
Urgat Hans.
So Urgat Hans has a relationship with the High Druid at 3 points as well. All right. So basically, you're all sent by by your respective icons to a place called Bolt Strike Pillar, and this is this is more like a magical tower defense that borders between the city of Drakenheim and the Court of Stars with the elves. It's a very small tower. It's a very small defense outpost because most of the work has already been done by the residential powers that the tower holds, and it's believed even that the tower alone itself can suppress the influences of the tree, which is the dragon icons, the evil dragon icons in the same world. But it's a very lightly defended area because they believe in the protection of the tower itself so strongly. But that doesn't mean that it's not susceptible to like direct attacks. So you guys are being sent to reinforced Bolt Strike Pillar because they have received some intelligence that someone is trying to make plans against the tower, but they're not sure exactly who. Most likely it's some agents working for the tree, but there could be other factions or icons involved in this plot. So one mission is you're going to help support the defense of Bolt Strike Tower. That's your sort of main mission. For Dalen, that the weapon that you're given by the Emperor is also meant to be traded in with defenders of the tower. They've come to a sort of an agreement that they were going to give away a magic item that belongs to the Bolt Strike Pillar, but in exchange they want something else in return. So the sort of protection that you're given is that exchanged, that you're going to give to them, and they will give you back in return a sword by the name of Glazen Talk the Bloody.
Okay.
Sexy.
Yep. So that's pretty much the two main reasons why you both are going to Bolt Strike Tower. So we can do. Let's just go straight into media res, because as you're traveling from your respective places to Bolt Strike Tower, and as you have received intelligence that there is an approaching enemy towards the place, and sure enough, you find yourself ambushed by goblins. So we'll start the session in combat, because that's pretty much the whole rules of 13H. they have no rules for anything else, but they have a combat rules chapter.
Okay. Sure, why not?
So we played D&D, so we know some of the similar drills. So as always, we'll start with roll initiative.
Roll for initiative. No. Where's my roll dice with friends? Yeah.
That's not good initiative.
No. +3.
Okay, so 9.
Okay.
Ah.
I'm gonna have to.
I guess. Goblin scum. Oh my goodness. Loser.
Okay.
It's now a good time to tell you that I dump statted intelligence because he's an orc. But I'm a wizard.
Okay, so don't forget to add your modifiers. We're gonna have
Yes.
to come up with the initiative order for that.
It's
So
still only 1, so I have a 10. No, I have a 9.
12.
Okay. So if there's one thing that has never changed from D&D to 13H, is rolling initiative still works the way it is, and it takes forever just to get the initiative order right.
Yeah.
So Dalen's
High-octane
9.
combat action.
Dalen's 9.
Yep.
Urguts is
12.
12. That was 12. Okay, so goblins come those at 2. Oh, right. That's 11 for them. And Shaman. I believe it's 18. Okay, so our initiative order starts with the Scum, followed by the Shaman, followed by Urgat, then the Grunt, then Dalen. Because there's only 2 of you, I had to reduce the encounter from the original text. So what you have is a total of 4 goblins, 2 scums, 1 grunt, and a shaman. All the goblins besides the shaman all carry very wicked-looking axes, and based on how they speak to each other in their guttural language, it seems to carry some sort of orcish slang. So these are pretty vicious and vile goblins, if they are not already vile, because they seem to be serving whatever evil icons that they are available in this world. So, given the initiative order, let's just assume that their poor attempt at an ambush was pretty successful. So the scum is going to run towards each one of you, and I believe, yeah. So there's 2 scum, so there's one for each. And 13H doesn't necessarily require you to use miniatures, so we don't need to play with maps. But they do care things about relative position, like being engaged and being disengaged, of what you can do and what you can't do. So because they get to start first and they take their move action towards you, they are now engaged with you. So spellcasters may have to consider if they want to disengage, which requires a check, unlike 5e and 3.5. Or you can just fight them head on with your melee weapons.
Yeah.
So
All right. Can I ask? Because I have skilled intercept, right?
Ah, right. That's a
So
power, I believe it.
it's a maneuver.
Right.
No, actually, it's a class talent. Actually, is what it is.
So what does it do?
It says once per round, as a free action, roll a normal save, 11 plus, to intercept an enemy who is moving to attack one of your nearby allies. So you can pop free from one enemy to move and intercept the attack. If you are engaged with more than one enemy, the others can take opportunity attacks against you. However, there's only one on me, is what you're saying.
Right.
So,
okay.
the moving enemy makes its attack with you as a target instead. If you're wearing heavy armor and the attack hits, you only take half damage.
Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. So
I'm going to try to intercept
case,
the one that's
I'll be
going
making
on our mage.
Okay. So I'll be making 2 attacks on you then, on Daily.
Well, I have to roll first, don't I?
Oh, you.
I have to roll a normal save 11 plus to intercept this enemy.
Oh, right. Okay. Okay. Make a save, although I'm not exactly sure what kind of save is that.
Don't know either.
Yeah, I don't remember
fail.
reading things.
It doesn't matter. I fail.
Okay. All right.
My knight in shining armor.
Well, that sucks.
Okay, so I'll just roll this scum attacks one by one. The first one for Daylin and the second one for Brigades. Okay. These guys don't crit, I think, so they don't do. And the one thing about 13H is we don't really roll for damage for monsters. We just do a fixed amount.
That's
okay.
Cool.
That's actually not bad.
So it's 5 damage for each of you.
Sure.
And now that that's done, moving on would be the shaman. Okay. So the shaman is going to be waving his pointy stick, pointy spear, I think. And he's going to be using a range attack instead. He's going to cast a shaking curse on, let's say, Daylin. So I'm going to make a attack against physical defense rather than AC. Let's just change that one. Let's roll. Okay. I'm assuming your physical defense is not more than 20.
No.
No. Okay,
my physical defense is 14.
Right. This might be one of those days where I just roll hot and we just kill you guys like the last time.
Yeah, I've seen that happen. But I want to play more than one session. I want to see what it's like. God damn it.
All right, so take 8 damage normally, and until the end of the shaman's next turn, the target takes 2 damage whenever an enemy engages it or disengages it from it.
Yeah, good one shot, guys.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Right. So it says natural, even, hit or miss. Choose another nearby enemy. It also suffers from the disengage effect until the end of the shaman's next turn. So so both of you have this shaking curse ability if you engage or disengage.
Okay.
But we're already engaged, right?
You're both already engaged at the moment, right?
So
I guess the idea is to discourage you from disengaging.
Right. If we disengage, we take damage. That's what you're saying. Right. Yep. Okay. So as long as I don't disengage, it should be fine. I'm not next. Yep. I'm last, so.
You're last. The next I think should be Urgats.
Ooh. Okay, so in line with Vance's polysyllabic verbalizations, my Ray of Frost, not Ray of Frost, sorry, they're engaged. Shocking Grasp has been rebranded to Enderlon's Malevolent Perturbation. So Goblin comes out to me, Enderlon's Malevolent Perturbation, and I'm going to, like a minister, lay on hands on his head. And that's
you're rolling against
19 versus physical defense.
Physical defense. You touch his head.
Oh, baby. And then I get to do 1d4 damage, which is not spectacular, but something. 3.
Does it say just 1d4 or does it say like 1d4 plus level plus whatever?
It's 1d4 plus I'll read the exact words. 1d4 lightning damage and the target pops free from you.
Pops free from you? What does
Don't know
that
what
mean?
it means.
Like you kind
But
of
I
push
guess
it
they're not
back,
grappled.
right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I read the same thing under like shield bash or something. Like the target pops free from you. Basically, I think when you bash him with the shield, he just gets pushed back or
Maybe
something.
get disengaged. I don't know. Pops free.
Could be disengaged.
Yeah. But that's actually not a good thing, isn't it? For you guys.
Yeah.
Did I get
Oh frick! I could have done that better. I'm a human. At the start of each battle, I could have rolled
named it
another initiative.
Endialon's Malevolent Perturbation, do I get cooler name equals interesting effect as per the talent?
Oh. Sure.
That's
I mean,
that's the payoff. Is like the GM
Yeah.
could, depending on the name or the situation, do something cool with it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll easily let you like add one more effect on top of it. Maybe not a condition, but just like some sort of minor mechanical benefit if you want.
I kind of like the idea of like him being just like flung away to disengage, like jump back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure.
Woo!
That's done. I'll just add it on cooler. Like it's because it's like it pops free and disengage. You don't suffer
Yeah,
the effects of the curse,
sure.
so you don't take 2 damage for it as well. Yeah, that works.
The 3 people that watched the video, comment down below how shit this was.
All right, so Urgat's done. And then we'll have the grunt. So the grunt is more obviously the beefier goblin. And he is going to engage with Dalin because he looks like someone who could use an axe.
Big boys.
Great.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. Don't look at me, the dice said 15.
I did.
And he deals, all right, so he deals 7 damage.
I have an 18 AC.
Hold on. I have a +6 to hit, so that's 21.
Jesus.
Take your AC.
They all have
Stop it.
+6. Yeah. They all have +6.
Wow. Okay.
This is a cool game.
Huh.
I like this. I like something. I like that it's lethal.
Okay, so how much damage altogether?
There was 7 and 5 if you took from the skull.
7 and 5, so 12 damage altogether. That's what you're saying.
You've taken 12 damage so far, assuming you haven't minus the scum in the first time.
Wait. I've taken 12 damage altogether?
The scum dealt you 5.
Right.
The grunt deals you 7.
Okay, so that's on top of the damage I got before. That's what you're saying.
No. Just
What?
the grunt
No.
alone dealt you.
I'm at 20 hit points out of 33 right now, before you did any more damage.
20 hit points out of 33. That should be. Hold on, you took damage from the curse as well, did you?
I took damage from the curse, and then before the goblin shaman cursed me, something else happened.
The scum hit you.
Right.
That's for 6. And that's for 5.
So you're doing 12 more damage to me. I already have 13 damage on me. You're doing 12 more.
No. You only 7 on top of that.
Okay.
I was counting. Yeah.
So
I was counting
like what's the total damage altogether?
The grunt deals you only 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So you've taken 7 from the grunt, you have taken 8 from the shaman, and you've taken 5 from the scum.
So that is 20 damage done to me. That's what you're saying.
Out of 30. Yep.
Oh, wow.
So now I'm at 13. That's what you're saying.
Yep.
Okay, that's what I was asking. How much do you... So now I have 13 hit points out of 33. Is it my turn?
Now that I'm disengaged,
it is your turn.
Okay, I will start trying to attack. Shit. Let's see. So attack. Hold on. Let's see if there's anything I can do here. Wait.
This is
What
round
about
one.
the wait?
So,
What is the recovery thing? Because it sounds good and I might need it.
basically spend. I think I can't remember what action to spend the recovery, but basically that's why you. I mean, you spend the recovery. That's you roll a dice plus the modifier in the character sheet.
Is it an action or is it free?
I'll have to check on that. Recoveries and recovery dice. Recovery. Using a standard action.
Shit.
To rally during a battle.
Oof.
So you're making a standard action rally.
And then I'll get D10 plus 3. Or I could just attack. I'm gonna attack. Fuck it. And I got a 13 plus
against
5.
Who are you attacking?
Whatever's closest, man.
You're engaged by like 2.
Yeah,
There's a
so
scum and a grunt.
the weaker looking one.
Definitely the scum then.
Okay.
What was that? 13
So
plus?
13 plus 5 is 18.
That's 18 is a hit on the scum.
Okay. So it's an odd roll. So I will carve an opening, which is my critical range will expand by +1 until I actually hit a crit. So I guess my critical range is
now 19.
19 to 20. Anyway, so that doesn't happen there. And then D8 plus 4. So I do 6 damage altogether.
That's good enough to decapitate that scum.
Awesome.
He's done. He's done.
The scum is scum.
Got rid of 1.
Rid of one.
Jesus. 3 left to go.
3 left. Not that bad. Okay. So that's round 1 in its entirety. We enter into round 2, and the moment combat enters into round 2, you guys get an escalation dice. So this basically means you all get a +1 to all your damages, I believe.
Okay.
For this round.
That's a cool mechanic.
Yep, and it increases at every round subsequently until it reaches a +6. So the descriptor of the escalation die is basically.
Sorry. I have cleave as well.
Oh, does it give you a second attack?
So a cleave, once per battle, make a fighter melee attack as a free action after one of your melee attacks drops an enemy to 0 hit points. So yes, it gives me a free action right now.
I'll let you hit one of the ones attacking her guys, which is the other scum. So you could kill both actually if you're good enough.
Here we go.
I like to think that I shot them into the arc
natural
of the sword.
20.
Oh, okay.
Natural 20.
And you already had the carving of for an opening, so it's crit. So that's double, I think, for in 13H.
Hell yeah.
Yes. Is it? I don't know. If you say so.
It's double damage. Yeah, it's double damage. And yeah, I think that's about it. Just a double damage.
So just roll 1d8 times 2 or 2.
Yep. I mean, we'll just total. Just roll total and then times 2.
Okay.
Indolence, malevolent perturbation.
5 damage times 2, so 10 damage.
And you just splattered the other goblin. You decapitated the first one, then the momentum of your sword was so hard it just splattered onto the other one. So
awesome.
That's 2.
You see how powerful my spells are. I exploded him with my lightning.
Sure, you did it. Excellent. And now the next round starts. Yeah.
Now the next round, right? So
my fairy dragon flapping from the bushes.
So the scums are all gone. So that's their initiative all lost. So it comes down to the shaman. Now he's gonna see his goblins eviscerated. So I think what he's gonna have to do.
It's a very Diablo 2 thing. Goblin with big shaman dude.
Yeah. He's gonna try to do the stupid thing, which is attacking with his pointy spear. And he's gonna come for the spellcaster.
Oh,
Good.
intercept.
Good. Okay. You wanna make that safe thing?
Sure, why not? Oh, and I make it. Okay.
I've seen this anime where the knight just gets put on his back over and over again.
Right.
So if
attack.
he hits me, he does half damage now.
Okay. Wait. You make an attack or I
No,
get to make the attack?
you still get to make an attack. Like he was going to make an attack against Urgat's. I stepped in his way, and he now makes an attack at me. Right. He can miss or he might hit, but if he hits, he takes I take half instead of the full amount.
Well, I don't think I'm gonna hit a 15.
No, I have an 18.
Spear. Okay.
Actually, he missed. Hold on. So I have maneuvers, basically, right?
Maneuvers.
Right.
And if they miss, it says any. Did you roll an even? No. Any natural miss. I have an even one, and I have a natural miss. Any natural miss, and the natural miss is brace for it. So until the end of my next turn, the first critical hit I take from a melee attack becomes a normal hit instead.
Wow. Wow.
But you're saying that these guys don't do crits, right? I think that's what you said.
We don't. Yeah, I think we don't do crits. I just might need to double check. But actually, it wouldn't make sense. But well, okay, I mean, if I roll a 20, basically it becomes a normal hit. That's what it is. Okay, sure. So yep, the shaman doesn't get to do anything, and I believe the next order should be Urgats.
Urgats. Well, when Urgats is in town. So the shaman is not engaged with me, not so?
I would say he's not, because he's intercepted by
Excellent.
Galen.
So I'm going to raise my wand and yell Sadron's protracted frisson, which is just Ray of Frost.
All right.
But 19 versus physical defense again.
Oh. Who are you targeting?
Attacking the shaman.
Okay. 19 against physical defense. That will be a hit.
Hell yeah. Let's roll 3d6.
+1. Because of the escalation die, right?
Yep.
So 16 total? That's how maths works.
So he should
16
pop.
total.
I'm guessing.
Yep. 16 total indeed. That was. Any additional effects do you want it to do?
Like he put a slowing thing on us. Like a slowing curse. Could I put like a similar slowing curse? Like he's a bit frostbitten and cold.
Isn't he dead?
Nope, not the shaman.
Really? Wow. Okay.
Nope, he's a pretty tough one.
Just as a flavor thing. I don't really want a mechanical advantage.
Okay, so you
just
want him
to be
like
frosty.
Frosty, right?
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, we can do that. So after that, he'll give a grunt. So he's gonna finish up Dalen if he can. And he rolls a 7 plus 6. That's not enough against his armor.
Nope, I have 18.
Yep. Okay, and now it's Dalen.
I will attack, obviously. There we go.
The grunt or the shaman?
Let's finish off the grunt first.
Okay.
11 plus 5, 16.
That's an exact hit on the AC.
Excellent. So my maneuver, do I have any maneuvers that I can use? Well, no. I got cleave, counterattack. Wait, what's the other maneuver? Skilled intercept. Okay, no, I used it. Okay, so 1d8. There you go. 4. Oh, that's actually better. 4 plus 4. So 8.
8. Okay. these are definitely not scums because they're both standing pretty well given the damage they've taken.
Okay, so it's still standing. Okay.
Still standing. Yep. Still has a bit more room to take. So we're entering into round 3. Your escalation die is
Oh
now.
wait, actually, yeah, escalation die. Sorry, that's another one more damage to that.
One more damage. Okay. One more damage. Yeah. Feel all right. Okay. So you're now entering into round 3. Your escalation die is now 2. And we will start with the shaman. And he's going to try to poke his pointy stick at Urgat.
Oh no.
I've been rolling like exactly 17s for like, I don't know, like the 5th time in a row.
17's pretty good to hurt me.
Okay, it's a pointy stick, so it's gonna deal you with 5 damage.
Cool.
And that's pretty much about it for Shaman. And then I believe that it's now Urgat's turn.
Oh, my turn again.
Yep.
Well, he pointy sticked me. I will stick him right back. I have stick 2. So how does the melee rolling attacking work? Because I've got a box here that says attack 16.
Box of what?
Like on the character sheet, it says like attack 16 hit 1d6 plus 2 damage.
You can't have a plus 16 to attack. There's
I can't
no
have
way.
a plus 16. So I'm just going to roll a d20.
Well,
and
you
that's an
hit.
18. I'm going to hope you say cool.
18 is definitely gonna hit. Even without modifiers.
Right on. I'm gonna say 1d6 plus 2 plus the 3 escalation dice is 8.
8. Okay. That's a pretty big wound. But you just need a little bit more to cool down.
He can't stand the sticking.
Did he have to leave? Like the shaman was engaged with me, right?
Oh.
Because I
Yeah,
intercepted
you're right.
him.
Okay.
The shaman was engaged with me, and then did he have to move out of my range in order to attack?
Okay. That's actually an interesting point you brought up because yes, there is a position in the combat rules that says behind. So if anyone wants to go attack someone behind you, yes, they would have to they would either have to disengage, or if they don't decide to disengage and move through you, you actually get to do an intercept attack.
Okay, so I get an attack of opportunity. That's what you're saying.
Yes,
right?
In 5e terms, yes.
Okay, so here we go. 6 plus 5, 11. Not gonna hit.
No, not quite.
Does the miss? I have miss damage, right?
You do deal miss damage.
Okay. Now, I have grim intent, which is any natural even miss, which that was. The next time you would deal miss damage with a melee attack, add a weapon die to that damage. So it's 1 plus a weapon die.
Right. Okay. So yeah, just roll your weapon die.
Okay. 6 plus 1,
6
so
plus
7.
1. Right. Well, actually, that's a pretty big one. It's barely standing at this point.
Okay, well, so as he rushes past me, I guess both I take a stab at him and Urgat's kind of pokes him with his stick.
Pokes him with his stick. Yep. Very bad.
And then whose turn is it now?
It's the grunt first before you. So the grunt's gonna swing his wicked axe.
Don't worry, he's gonna get it.
Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. But you have that thing, right, that says it's
a normal hit.
It's just a normal hit?
Yep. Yeah.
It's a normal hit. So that's just going to be 7 then. Oh, hold on. It becomes a 5, sorry, because you've killed all his mooks.
Oh, okay.
He loses advantage for
having
thank
God for brace for it. Jesus fuck.
Oh yeah, he could have actually killed
Thank
you
God
right
I
there.
said brace for it before this happened. Fuck. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
How much? 5, right?
Five. Right.
Yeah, I'm looking really bloody here. Really bloody.
Oh yeah, I forgot. This is because this is like the descendant of 4E. They do have bloodied in 13H, but they don't call it bloodied because obviously trademark reasons. It's called staggered. But there are no exact mechanics that happens when you are staggered. It's just a condition that you should remember when you have powers that are related to being staggered or whatnot. Yeah. So if basically it's stagger is basically means if you are half hit points. That's for players. For monsters, there's a bit more leeway to it that it doesn't necessarily have to be half. It's more up to the GM deciding is it the right time to be staggered or not based on the damage they've taken.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Well, but
for your
I'm
information, both of these are definitely staggered.
okay. But I'm not. Yes.
You are actually
I'm
because you're less
staggered
than
too.
the half.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
So
yeah,
sorry. What does
there
that
are
do to me?
no it's like a condition. If there are powers that says that if I attack you when you're staggered, then there may be certain things that apply. So by itself, it doesn't really mean anything, but it just makes you vulnerable to abilities that require stagger.
Okay. Well, here we go. It's my turn now anyway. Yeah?
It's your turn. Yeah.
15. Plus
On Shaman or on Grunt?
Are they both within my range?
They are both within your range because Shaman went behind you, so he's engaged with Urgat, but he's still behind you.
Does
While
the
the
escalation
Grunt is
die
right.
also add to this by any chance?
2 damage, not 2 attack.
Not to the attack? Damn it.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna try to attack. Probably, I'm gonna attack the grunt in front of me.
The shaman is the bloodier one. So
Okay, then I'll attack the shaman. Does that hit?
+6, I believe.
No, +5. That's the point.
+5. Nope. Manages to
Okay.
just dodge your attack.
So again, grim intent. Any natural even
Ah,
miss will add
right.
weapon dice to the damage,
Okay, so 1 plus weapon die.
which is 3 plus weapon die 4.
Okay. 4. That's enough to cut his leg off and he's dropped dead.
Okay, so yeah, I already
So
used a
we go.
maneuver. That's it. Okay, go.
Okay. Now that the
Wait.
challenge.
Actually, no, hold on. Cleave is a talent, not a maneuver. So I've already used one maneuver,
Oh.
and cleave is a talent. So
Does
cleave
Cleave
is.
say have any preconditions like once per battle or anything like that?
Let me take a look. I guess this is good because we're learning to. Well, I'm learning the system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shooting as we
Once per battle. Never mind then. Keep going.
You've used it.
Yeah.
But the good news is now that the shaman's dead, means Urgat gets to go first for round 4, and your escalation die is now 3.
Oh,
I'm
and
just
does the escalation die add to misses? Like the miss that
That's a good question. Let me look
in
it
the
up.
future, just in case?
Yeah. That's actually a good question. Start set. GM sets notification. Oh, sorry. It's a bonus to attack rolls equal to current value of escalation. It's attack rolls, not damage.
Oh.
Okay, and it's a PC only business. Okay, so it's actually attack rolls. We made a mistake all this time.
Okay. Well, I mean,
yeah,
it would have hit basically. Is what you're telling me then.
yeah.
Okay. But anyway,
Well,
Urgats.
it was helping with the pacing anyway.
Yep.
I'm just looking at cantrips. Nothing's very useful. But I have no more spells. I'm onto Bunky Stick. And I don't bonk him over the head.
Do you have any miss damage?
Negative.
Oh. Okay. Well, I guess he's gonna kill me. Go ahead. Your turn.
I mean, I could cast
Yeah?
Disguise
I mean,
Self on
Eric's
myself.
hasn't cast something.
I can't cast anything. You only get one spell. You only get one round of each of your spells. So I've already used my Shocking Grasp and Ray of Frost. That's it for me.
Any more pointy sticks there?
That was my pointy stick.
So he misses. My turn. Or no, his
stick
turn.
doesn't get much
The grunt's
pointier than
turn.
that.
Okay. So that means the grunt gets one more attack. And he's gonna do it on Dalit.
Yes. Murder.
He hits a 18, I think.
I
Yep,
have
so
an
plus
18.
6. Yep, it's an equal or more system.
Yeah, so I have an 18.
Yep,
so
that's another 5.
Oh, Jesus fuck. I'm still alive by 3 points.
I'm
Jesus
still here.
Christ. I'm still alive. Barely. Here we go. My turn.
Kill him.
Jesus.
Get him, Dalen.
Maybe. Oh. That's not a crit, right?
That is not a crit because you've already used up the crit from the last one.
Is
But I
it
believe
like
doesn't
is it
this
like
open it?
is it like the is it like 5th edition? I thought longswords in D&D were like a crit range of 19 to 20. Was it not?
No, that's a feat.
They don't have that. They don't have crit range for weapons specifically.
Okay.
Weapons are very much abstracted in the teenage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I definitely hit. Any miss, any natural odd roll. I mean, carve an opening, I guess. Expands the
Yeah, you get carve
cumulative
an
+1
opening.
until you score a melee critical hit. And then damage, 1d8. 7 plus, hold on, I believe it's 4. Yeah, 7 plus 4 is 11.
11. Okay. That's enough to put it through his chest. And he drops dead as well.
You kind of see me also kind of slump over and fall unconscious on his body, basically. It's like it was a really tough battle, and pretty much both of us lost our lives anyway. I'm at 3 hit points. I don't know if I can probably still walk and talk. I don't know how this is possible, but
I'm
anyway.
still standing. I have 40
you can
hit
start
points.
spending your recoveries if that's what you want to do.
Oh, okay, that's true. I can start spending recoveries. D10, was that right?
Yeah.
That will depend on your class.
Yeah. I have a D10 plus 3. Okay, so 7. I recover 7 hit points. I'm at 10.
I believe you could do. You can spend as many as you feel you're right, especially when you're out of combat.
Really? Okay. Let's see. Do it again then. 5 plus 3, so 8. 18. It's down to 7. 5, so 23. That's 6. How often do these come back?
Do you gain back your recoveries?
Yeah.
That's another good question.
That's a good one.
I think I need to check on. Right, so I believe those are in page 170.
Okay.
Okay, so wait, hold on. So page 170 tells you if you do a quick rest, you can spend as many recoveries as you want. No, they actually don't tell you when do you get back your recoveries. I'm assuming if you're using D&D logic, it would probably be less than that if you have a full day's rest.
Okay.
To get back those. Yeah, it's a full heal up, which is page 171.
Okay. So that's awesome.
So, yep. So you've got 5 dead goblins on the road, and this sort of confirms that there's a goblin presence around Bolt Strike Pillar. Bolt Strike Tower, that there are some forces that are moving against it, and you probably should really make haste to reach the tower defense as soon as possible.
Loot bodies.
You really should.
Loot
No, they're just naked goblins.
Besides their wicked access, which doesn't give you any real aesthetic reason why your sword wouldn't be able to do as much damage as theirs, because it's all in the skill and not in the weapon. They do carry some loot that they have taken from other victims of their ambushes and then raids. Okay. Yep,
You want to just tell us in gold? I guess.
Yeah, I need to roll for the gold. It's 5. You'll find 21 gold in total from all 5 bodies.
Split it 10, 11. I'll take 10. You can take 11. Okay.
And this is a rule that I haven't really looked up yet, but for finishing this particular combat encounter, you guys get a incremental advance. I'm not exactly sure what it means right now, but from what I've seen, which I haven't read, you need like 4 incremental advances to level up.
Oh, okay.
So the idea is it's not really like a number of XP, it's more like a milestone thing. As long as you get 4 significant encounters, then you'll just level up. Yep.
Awesome.
So this is a significant encounter. So you're 1/4 the way to your next level up.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. That's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess after looting the bodies, we're gonna have to make haste to Oakstrike Pillar, right? So, are we close, at least?
You're actually pretty close. You're about 20 minutes walk away from the garrison itself. So it doesn't take very much long for you to get there, and you're greeted by the palisades of the tower, outside the tower itself. And you can already see they're like archers and guards standing around there, and obviously they see your approach, and they may not be expecting company, so they definitely question your intent and who exactly are you to approach Bolt Strike Tower.
So we've been tasked with reinforcing Oakstrike Tower and conveying this protection longsword to the leader of your keep, I guess.
And they notice like you guys are not exactly unscathed. So he's asking like what's the trouble on the roads that brought you here?
Goblins. We've encountered many goblins on the road. We've had to fight our way through here.
So there seems to be like hush talks between some of the guards from the moment they heard you say goblins, but they open the gates and just let you in anyways because they say that all right, we've received messages that we are expecting someone to be trading in a magic item for Blazon Talk the Bloody, but you might need to talk to our one of our commanders regarding the goblin situation because they've not exactly heard about goblins around the area. So you might have information or news that you want to hear about.
Right away. Can you point us to the right direction to one of your commanders then?
So they pretty much just take you to one of the barracks outside the tower, and they are not they sort of warn you that because you guys are visitors to Bolt Strike Tower, you guys are not attuned to the tower defenses yet, so it may detect you as a hostile invader, and the mechanisms of the tower itself will strike all of you.
Oh, great.
So basically, any sort of interactions of anyone who's not attuned to the tower is done outside the tower, which is why there's like a small settlement and garrison done there. And regards being spellcast in the group, you can sense that this is quite true because there seems to be some sort of etheric vibrations coming from the towers. This is a place of power. So whatever rumors and legends of how powerful this place is seems to be quite valid in its explanation. So you've waited in the barracks, you're given some food, some drink, or you rest a little bit, and you're soon greeted by the second in command of the tower itself, who introduces herself as Sun, literally sun, like the sun. He's a male human fighter, and the tower itself is currently being overseen by the High Druid icon. These guys work for the High Druid.
Oh, excellent! I grew up with the High Druid.
I
am her paladin.
Good to know. And then they all give each other that strange look, like, what does he mean by a paladin to a High Druid? But then again, they say maybe that explains why you were sent here. Because if the High Druid wants someone on the mission, she would probably have sent the paladin.
I'm getting the word out there. One day she will accept me. Senpai will notice me.
All right. So they're interested to hear the news of what you've experienced so far on the road, and what brought you here, and they will want to have a look at the sort of protection that you have in trade for prison talk.
Well, I mean, if I'm gonna lose it, I might as well lose it like immediately.
Well,
anyway,
I don't know why this tower needs a sort of protection. It's pretty good at protecting already. And look at the ley lines confluencing around it.
So Sun explains that the reason why they wanted to, why they needed the magic item is they're actually trying to get rid of Blazentalk. It hasn't been the influences of the sword itself has been a bit working against the magic. So they're trying to get rid of it. But,
interesting. So
it's
an evil sword.
tower.
Is that what you're saying?
It's pretty much an evil sword. I mean, it's pretty much in the name.
Okay. That you're gonna give to me so that I can be influenced by evil.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you're just trying to
Maybe
get
you
rid
can
of
come to
it.
an agreement.
Yeah, comes to an agreement.
Well,
maybe that's why you're the right guy to handle it.
Here's the protection longsword. Have fun with it.
So just as you offer it, he actually holds up his hand and he says, "We actually can't give you Brazen Talk just yet. We need to disattune it from the tower itself before we can hand it over. So you can hold on to it until we get the Brazen Talk ritual done, which would probably finish by midnight."
Okay, I can hold on to this until midnight.
Yep.
As for the
goblins,
goblins,
I was told by my guards that you ran into goblins. Now tell us more about that, because we've not heard of any news about goblins in the area.
So we were traveling on the road. Is that right, Casey?
Right.
From what was the place we were at?
Well, I'll just put it as a capital of the Dragon Empire for this case, because
okay, so
working for the Emperor
we were traveling on the road from the capital, and we were attacked just 20 minutes from here.
The Emperor sent him with the sword. The High Druid sent me her paladin along with him to guide the sword to you.
And we were set upon by 5 goblins. One in particular was a shaman and another was a grunt leading the other scum.
Okay. That doesn't sound to be very good news, because with the tower defenses is supposed to be able to detect intruders within a certain mile radius. The fact that you encountered these goblins and we not receive any detection magic from these goblins, so it means that might have been either the goblins have some way of masking themselves from our detection magic, or maybe our detection magic isn't as working as properly as it should. So, any idea who sent these goblins, though?
We rummaged through their bodies and we could find nothing of no information on them anyway.
Well, hopefully they're not sent by the tree, because they have set their eyes on the tower for quite a long time. And maybe this is just a prelude to an invasion that we may not know of. I'll send your information to our commander. She's currently busy dealing with the magic of the tower itself. So you may have to take a look out. But in the meantime, we appreciate your presence coming all the way here with the magic item and also, dealing with the goblin threat that we are facing with. We might have to recalibrate our divination systems, and we'll see what we can get from there. So
Understood.
he points to waves to one of their lower level, lower rank guards, and they arrange for your accommodation. Food and preparation is all done. And just as you hang around, if there's anything else you want to do, but it's not a very, it's not a thriving town or settlement per se. It's just like the bare minimum, enough to get everyone comfortable with food and proper maintenance for weapons and all that. But otherwise, it's mostly a very Spartan arrangement. And actually pretty minimal defense if you're considering how important the tower is. There's not really a lot of soldiers to go around. There's maybe only about a dozen at best.
There's a lot riding on this tower, but they haven't.
That's kind of confusing. That's odd.
and that's just the fighting men. The civilian population here was mostly just wizards and their families and that sort of thing.
So useless.
Oh, they have a very high trust in the magic.
They have a very high trust in the magic. A bunch of scholars and beggars.
Aren't you also a scholar?
But I'm not a beggar, sir.
Yes, I know that. But you are a scholar. These are your folk, are they not?
I am a scholar, but did you not see my prowess for battle magic?
Oh, of course.
I have exploded goblins. I have shattered souls of my foes. And you did very well.
Thank you. I'm going to go and rest up. You said it takes a long rest in order to
take a heal up. Yep, you can take a full heal up. Need to check how long that takes if they have a save.
I mean, you're literally telling us there's nothing else to do in this town because it's so Spartan. So I mean, I might as well just rest.
Yeah,
until
all right.
the next.
Just get back. Yeah, you reset all hit points, all recoveries, and all powers.
Yay!
And that's what's
very happy.
Done. Right. Yep. So just as you had all your full recovery, back to tip-top shape and all, you are sent again to see the sun because he has they have recalibrated divination magic and they have some rather grim news about what's actually been happening.
You called for us?
Yes. Unfortunately, we found that someone has tampered with our divination magic and we don't know who or why. But in any case, once we've managed to reactivate our divination systems, we found that there's actually a goblin army just right outside, just nearby our tower. So we think it's pretty much likely that they are planning for an attack, a full-scale invasion, if you could say. And
good thing we have this tower back here, right, guys?
Actually, they have made a mistake in where they have set up camp. And he sort of like unfurls a map and gives you like a very has a very brief, sketchy looking layout of the land. And he's saying he just points to an area that you could say maybe it's just about a couple hours of walk away from the tower itself, and it has this indicator that says Green Stand. And he sort of points into that area and says, the Green Stand is a nearby ruins that is capable of housing such an army. And it has traditionally been the staging ground for every attempt to attack the tower. It has happened so often that we've decided to pretty much fill that place with traps, magical traps. And the only real challenge here at this point is just pretty much setting off the traps on the army. And that's where you come in. So we were sending you on a stealth mission.
Stealth mission.
Man, you're definitely not the two of you are definitely not going to be able to handle the army by yourselves. But as long as you can go in there and secretly reactivate all the traps there, then you should set off a chain reaction to hopefully decimate most, if not the entire army.
Excellent, excellent.
Do you not have
planning.
any people who are more suited to this kind of stealth mission than a warrior and a magician?
Well, at this point, we are not sure if we could really spare the extra men for the defenses here, because if you should fail, then we will want every man on every post to deal with this.
Okay. Well, I mean, I guess that's
You'll
why
send-
we're here, to
Yep.
reinforce the tower. So
This is our mission. We reinforce
Yeah.
the tower
yeah.
by de-enforcing the goblins.
What
So
exactly do we have to do?
So he sort of like draws a few lines from Bullstrike to the green stand itself, and he tells you that there's actually a secret culvert thing which is all the way in. It should take you into green stand properly, being undetected, because these are hidden passages that we prepared when such a situation was exactly going to arise.
Okay.
So once you're in the tower, you will be he sort of describes like different kind of sigils, and he says that these are like basically just basic activation sigils. Even Urguts can tell like this is just so. It's just more like a matter of just touching it, and it activates it, and it just sets off the traps. So you're just gonna have to set off, reactivate those sigils in wherever they're found, and whoever's in the inhabitants of those places is going to have a great time.
So just touch the sigils. That's what you're
But
saying.
you need someone magically inclined. Yes.
So
Yes.
Urgats has to touch the sigils. That's what you're
Well,
saying.
Touch
Okay.
the sigil, give it some magic, and off we go.
Yeah, it's not that it shouldn't be too difficult as long as you can enter in, undetected, which is probably the easy part.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
So I guess we're heading straight towards
Green stand.
the entrance to the tower, or the entrance to these passages.
Yeah. So he's just basically going to take you into like one of the back areas close of the garrison itself, and he's like, all right, this is basically the passage, just follow down the line and you should get there. And that's pretty much where I've prepped.
Okay. Great. Well, that's awesome. So I guess we're gonna end it there then. If you've been watching the playthrough, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.